Being an entrepreneur does not mean being the Lone Ranger. You got to work with other people. You got to work with the right people. Excerpt number 10. Hey friends, welcome aboard the Dose of Disney podcast. I'm Ray Keating, economist, novelist, entrepreneur, and editor and publisher of DisneyBizJournal.substack.com. So what we do on this podcast is we look at Disney or Disney-related news, analysis, commentary, debates, discussions, and lessons covering a wide range of topics. Right now, we're doing something unique. We're in the midst of a series covering Walt Disney and entrepreneurship, and turning to my book, 10 Points from Walt Disney on Entrepreneurship. Walt, of course, as I've said before, one of the great entrepreneurs of the 20th century. We tap into his wisdom, and it is deep and wide on a whole host of entrepreneurship topics. I also bring my 35 plus years of experience being an economist that focuses on entrepreneurship and small business issues, as well as my work on the Disney front. And hopefully this book works as providing insights on Walt as an entrepreneur, and also perhaps providing some inspiration if you're thinking about entrepreneurship, or you have your own business and you want to take it to the next level, or you just want to learn about Walt and entrepreneurship. His career is fascinating on that front. Also, I hope it inspires you to go over to raykeatingbooksandmore.com and order some of my signed books, including 10 Points from Walt Disney on Entrepreneurship. So, having said that, let's turn to the issue of working with the right people. Entrepreneurs are not lone rangers. Even the solopreneur is not a lone ranger. One way or another, you're going to work with other people. And then, of course, if you grow your business and hire people, it goes without saying. So let's look at an excerpt from the book. Among the most important and consequential decisions that an entrepreneur can make are whom to partner with in business and whom to hire to be part of the team. This issue of partnership is very interesting on the entrepreneurial front. Partnerships in business can be dicey propositions. Trust must exist, and each of you have to be on the same page on most matters about the business, from product and financial matters to how to manage people, to complementing each other's skills and abilities, including offsetting the other's weaknesses, to what the ultimate goal is. I've been fortunate in that out of 3 partnerships on Assorted Ventures, 2 went exceedingly well, while 1 crashed and burned. On the 2 that succeeded, we had similar outlooks and expectations, and in one particular case, our skill sets were almost perfectly complementary. As for the partnership that ended in wreckage, I quickly discovered a very different person behind closed doors, so to speak, compared to the public persona. There turned out to be no basis for trust. That stood in stark contrast to the other 2 partnerships where we knew each other well going into the enterprise. The partnership between Walt Disney and his older brother Roy stands out as one of the great examples of success in the history of American business. Part of that was the 2 being brothers. But there had to be more. Answer this. How many members of your family could you go into business with? And be honest. While Walt Disney was a good businessman, his brother Roy was irreplaceable for Walt and to their company. They complemented each other. Dan Cockrell, former vice president for Disney Magic Kingdom, in his book, How's the Culture in Your Kingdom? Lessons from a Disney Leadership Journey, similarly observed, quote, "We all have a dominant side guiding our thoughts and decisions. This probably explains why the most dynamic companies are often run by a duo of a visionary leader and a business-minded leader. Think Walt Disney and his brother Roy. Walt was the dreamer who would constantly look to the future with new ideas and innovations. Roy was the grounded leader, a bean counter of sorts, who would make sure the company did not go bankrupt in the process," close quote. That's a pretty good summation of the partnership of Walt and Roy. It also is a surprisingly rare partnership in the history of business. So I hope you'll subscribe to DisneyBizJournal.substack.com. Become a paid subscriber. You get 3 books for free right up front. 10 Points from Walt Disney on Entrepreneurship, The Disney Planner, and 1950s Sci-Fi. Going forward, you'll get free the new books that are coming. Or also, you can check out my books over at RekeatingBooksAndMore.com. Signed books there. If you become a paid subscriber to Disney Biz Journal Substack, signed books there as well. Those books are signed. I appreciate you listening and watching, and I hope you have a magically productive day.